Okay, we are coming back up. Uh, good morning, everybody. Jared Smith, Charleston weather. Not really doing Charleston weather though. We're going to do some Midlands weather here. We have a tornado warning now in effect for Richland and Sumter counties, and this is going to go until 2 a.m. So here is there's your center of circulation right there. That's pretty much it. This is just to the this is coming towards Stateburg, Cherryville, Oakland. Um, Horatio, you're going to be kind of next in here. Sumter and South Sumter, you're just outside of the polygon on this, so no worries there. But this is a very good looking signature. Impressed that we don't have any debris down yet, but this is a very strong couplet, one of the stronger ones we've seen so far as it approaches US 76 here, heading towards Stateburg, Oakland, and Cherryvale. So again, we'll zoom out. Let me get some frames here, and I can put this into motion for you. That's kind of what this looks like. So again, the storm began to acquire some rotation here as it got through Sumter County, and this is going to clip part of Richland too. This is going to stay. This is staying to the east of Columbia proper, which is good news for there. But again, this is going to get very close to Shaw Air Force Base right here. We're basically right at Shaw with this. And here's your couplet, and that is Shaw, reading 73 degrees. It'll be interesting to see if they update the observation there. That will be certainly a interesting situation, to put it mildly. Could be some interesting observations from there. But again, there's your circulation. There's your center of circulation right here, crossing US 76, Stateburg, Oakland, Horatio. Kind of next in line here. Shaw Air Force Base, if you're there, get into an interior room, lowest floor. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. That's what we're trying to do here. Stateburg, Oakland, Horatio. If I called out those, if you're in those towns, if you live anywhere around there, phone went off. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get you into shelter now to be safe. So again, we'll put this into motion. There's that hook echo. Still no sign really of, well, small drop. I'm not sure if that is noise or what. I think it might be noise. We're going to call that noise for now in the correlation coefficient. I don't think that is a debris signature. And again, I'm waiting for a new velocity cut here, but I don't think that's a debris signature. I think that's just a little bit of noise in the correlation coefficient. We can use that correlation coefficient to tell us, if there was a tornado down on the ground, and that doesn't seem to be the case. But again, these tropical tornadoes can spin up at any time. And again, in this area, a tornado watch is in effect until 7 a.m. So we're going to be dealing with the risk for tornadoes pretty much all night. So again, Rembert, Horatio, Oakland, Stateburg. Right now, it looks like has just crossed US 76. There's your circulation right there. Reds are going away from the radar. Greens are going towards. The radar is in Columbia. And so there you go. And let's see. Yeah, so, and I wonder if something else is trying to spin up right around her. I don't know. That something could be trying to, it doesn't look like very well on the reflectivity, but when you look at the velocity, it looks like something might be trying to spin up around Horatio too. So we're going to watch that very closely. But again, if you're in any of these areas that I've called out, time to get into that shelter. Elsewhere, right now, this is the only warning we have. This is the only tornado warning that we have. Really, the only only one besides the special marine warning, which is nowhere near here, I don't think. No, we don't have any ongoing special marine warnings along the Carolinas here. So again, if you're around Shaw Air Force Base right now, this is passing right there. We can look at some of the take the radar data off. You can see there's the airfield, and there is the circulation passing very near the airfield there. Um, so that's certainly something that we're going to have to keep very close watch on. Be interesting to see. Hopefully nothing happened. I think that's the most important thing. But again, we're seeing a lot of noise in the correlation coefficient. I don't think that there's going to be anything there. If you guys are if you're hearing anything from anybody, obviously it's pretty much the dead of night at this point. But if you're hearing anything, or if you know anybody in these areas, and you may want to give them a little ring, um, and let them know that they're in a tornado warning and that they should take cover. It's a good idea to do so here. Um, Again, looking at the velocity data here, circulation is basically between where it says Oakland and Stateburg right here. So that's your center of circulation there. But the reflectivity on it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that a really good hook echo anymore, which is potentially a good sign. But it also means that this is very likely rain wrapped, and so that would be pretty much impossible to see. Columbia is getting us new updates about every 90 seconds. So, yeah. So, some reports coming out of there. Good news in Cherryvale. Hope you're safe. We should be able to call clear for you here pretty shortly. Actually, I'm gonna, the polygon hasn't moved, but I'm going to say that this is to your north. So you're in Cherryvale. I think you're in good shape. Shaw, I think it's just raining hard. Some good information there. I think at this point, so here's Shaw. Again, I'm kind of pointing at it with my mouse cursor there. I don't know how well you can see it, but where it says 73, that's the temperature there. And this storm is quickly moving off to the northwest. So if you're in Shaw, I think at this point you are getting to the point where we can be in a safe place. Meanwhile, down here in the low country, Meredith reports hit with lightning and thunder. It's windy. Yeah, we're definitely seeing that. We're got a good rain band coming ashore right now in the Charleston metro area as well. Nothing misbehaving there necessarily, which is good news, and we hope that that continues. We don't want to see, we don't like nocturnal tornadoes. We just don't like them. It is very hard to wake people up to get those warnings. And yeah, so again, here's Oakland. A couple things I'm noticing. One, this circulation seems to be weakening, but two, there's still something that I think is trying to get going here around Horatio to the north here in the kind of the north part of the polygon. Keep an eye on that. That's looked a little bit better in the last few scans. I'll kind of kick that forward for you. You have that really strong circulation there, and then it looks like you have another one. Maybe that one might be potentially taking over. So let's see. And yes, that was a yawn. It's late. It's been a long day, and we want hopefully not too long a day, right? So again, just kind of setting this in motion here. Yeah, this is quickly racing off, kind of parallel with US 521. So again, right now, if you're in Horatio, I think kind of in the danger zone, so to speak. Rembert, I think you're going to be on the edge of the danger zone. I wouldn't chance it. I wouldn't take a chance with that. I'd take it seriously for sure. See if I can get some additional locations here. Let's see. Yeah, there's that. All right, we've got an update on the warning. Yeah, so at 1:40, and that was at 8 minutes ago, it was over Shaw, moving northwest at 35. And again, Dalzell, Dinkins Mill, Cherryvale. Cherryvale, I think you're in good shape at this point. Wateree River Correctional Institution, Rembert, and Wedgwood. Wedgwood, I think you're okay. From this storm, zoom in on Wedgwood here. It does look like there's a little bit of shear showing up to the north here, but that's kind of elongated, so I'm not too not horribly concerned about that, but certainly something we're going to watch. But it looks like we got twin circulations trying to get going here It looks like we're starting to see some of that hook get back into that reflectivity here over rural Sumter County at this point. Um, and it would not surprise me if they needed to extend the tornado warning up into Elgin and Camden. So if you're in Elgin and Camden, I would be getting ready to take shelter. It looks like there's a couple of signatures, some circulation is trying to reorganize and may escape the bounds of the tornado warning here. So that's something that we're going to, obviously need to keep a very close eye on to see what Columbia does if they decide to extend that out there. So let's see here. Yeah. That is, yeah. So there's looks like twin circulations there right around Rembert right now. So if you're in that area, make sure that you're taking precautions. And Elgin and Camden, I got to tell you, if these rotations can maintain themselves, which looking at some of the parameters here, and kind of looking at this SSC right there. I'm getting some updates here too. I have some voodoo magic, so to speak, that lets me take a look at things. I think one thing that we'll notice is that as this continues to move north, one thing that I am seeing is that it's going to get into some more stable air. It's going to get out of that really unstable environment that it's currently thriving in right now. You can see that when you get up to Chester and Lancaster, it's 63, 66. Meanwhile, sorry, all I had, I think I might have blip, I'm not sure. Having some internet issues, so we're going to just try and do our best with this. And again, with any luck, we're going to start to get these circulations into a little bit more stable air, and that will kind of weaken them, and so we don't have to potentially deal with a extension of the tornado warning. And again, not seeing any signs yet that they're going to do that. Let's see. Yeah, the circulation here near Horatio is definitely tightening up once again. So if you're in Horatio, you know, be taking those precautions now. Get to a safe place. And so Sumter proper, you're fine. You're not. You're going to be okay. Again, well, let's zoom out and take a look at that real quick. And really, you're going to get some wind. You're going to get some rain, but it looks like the worst of the weather right now is to your west. Now, again, we zoom out and take a kind of a wider look. Here we have these continued rain bands coming in from the Atlantic, and that's going to train up into places like Manning and Sumter over the next few hours here as we get into the overnight. So again, let's zoom back in on our tornado warned storm and take a look at the velocities. And it looks like it's trying to broaden out a little bit. This is starting to get maybe a little bit more disorganized. Might be getting cut off by it might be becoming a little outflow dominant here, which basically means that the rotating updraft gets undercut because it does one of those, the people's elbow, so to speak, and that will weaken it. Taking a look at a separate radar source here too, and it's not a very deep circulation, and none of these are going to be incredibly deep circulations. So, this is so again, this is near Rembert right now. This is moving north of Horatio. Again, the velocity is not looking as impressive as it was a few scans ago. obviously welcome news, certainly welcome news. But we have to, consider that, there could still be a, brief tornado that develops here. Again, we're not seeing any signs of that in the correlation coefficient. Everything seems to be correlating quite nicely, and if it isn't, it's probably ground clutter and noise. So that's good news. Um, and again, further south, we're going to have a little bit more steadier rain come in now towards Manning and Sumter here, and that will, this is all continuing to surge northeast or northwest rather. So what happens. Cardinal directions start to get a little shaky at this time of night. So um, is that a new circulation trying to pop up near? Let me see this here real quick. Oh, that was just an old radar image. Cool. But yeah, Rembert right now, I think if you're in Rembert, I think that's where the main concern is at the moment. If you are in Ratio at this point, give it about 5 more minutes, and I think you'll be good. And again, we're going to keep this warning, and it's gone. So that's it. Columbia has decided to let the warning go. They're not going to extend it further north, it looks like. Again, the circulation was becoming a little more outflow dominant, kind of undercut, and is moving into a more stable environment that's not supportive of tornadoes. So that is good news. That is good news for you in Elgin. That is good news for you in Camden, that we will not be having to deal with that right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to watch that real quick. But again, for those of you watching in the Midlands, you do have a tornado watch. We have a tornado watch until 10. I'll let me do watches here. So yeah, we'll go to that. And so yeah, everywhere in red, you're in a tornado watch until 7 a.m. So again, this is going to be with us kind of through the evening. So be ready to, listen for that tornado warning and be ready to take action if one is issued. Fortunately, it looks like, unfortunately, right now, we do not have any active tornado warnings. So that is very good news. But you can see kind of the broader circulation associated with tropical depression now, Nicole. Put that into motion a little bit. You can see the circulation continuing to now kind of move a little bit more north. It's headed towards Atlanta. It's going to turn a little bit more northeast too with time as it gets picked up by a trough and whisked away. So we'll be dealing with Nicole through Friday and into early Saturday, especially up towards North Carolina. But it'll be getting out of here pretty fast after that. So anyway, we continue to watch it for now. Again, we're gonna watch this tornado threat carefully over the next few hours. No guarantees that we're going to be able to live stream all of it. I will just put that out there. But we may not be able to get all of it. But we're gonna, we'll do our best. And again, you can watch us on the Carolina Weather Net on YouTube. Just go to the Carolina Weather Group page. We're simulcasting there right now. You can go to the net and you can watch the net, and we'll have the tornado warnings, and all the warnings will scroll at the bottom of the screen. So it works out pretty nicely there. But for right now, what we're going to do, we're actually going to return to that net. We're going to return to that original programming there, which is just, we're cycling through the radar, kind of showing you what's what with Nicole this evening, this morning as we head towards 2 a.m. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Thank you so much to everybody for watching and your comments and your reports. Very helpful. Be safe tonight. Make sure that you can hear those warnings, and let loved ones know if they're under a warning. That'll be a very very helpful thing tonight. So with that, Jared Smith here signing off on behalf of the Carolina Weather Group. You all have a lovely evening and get some sleep. Yeah, get some sleep. I think we all need to do